Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist. Thank you so much for all the awesome participation. And today is Cafecito Thursday.
Cafecito.
I already drank my cafecito, so it's
I
like
drank mine too.
it's like
we're gonna need this.
here. Let's do this.
I drank mine too.
Oh my God, all
I
these
really wanted
flies. Where are they coming
It's
from?
because you leave that bucket.
No,
They're attractive.
It's not the bucket. I am more than sure, guys. This is too high. We need something back here. I'm gonna put this pen back here. Thank you so much, guys, for showing up to Cafecito Thursday. This is Jose Trujillo and the beautiful Lizette. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Cafecito Thursday. So we don't have coffees because we drank them all.
Yeah, we drank them all, so we are like Watercito Thursday. Watercito.
Watercito Thursday.
Guys, today, what are we gonna talk about today? Cafecito Thursdays is about partnership, how to work in a partnership, how things work in a partnership. You're working by yourself. Someone told me the other day, dude, don't be telling people not to work by themselves. Don't. It's not muy intelligent.
We did it for a long time.
You don't grow. You stay where you are, and it's a hamster wheel. It's a golden hamster wheel. It feels so good. You think you're getting paid, but you are having a hard time. I know it from experience.
Well, I really want to talk about the concept of brand.
Brand, okay.
Because we just met with somebody.
Yeah. I should have recorded that one, huh?
Yeah.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sending back an email to a client. So just let me respond fast. Okay. Yeah, topic of brand. So a lot of times you get people, if Jose and I would have been, I'm sorry, if Jose and I would have been stuck on brand, I think we wouldn't have, I'm trying to process how I want to say it. Okay, here's the thing. When you're just starting out, you don't have a brand.
No.
Brand develops over time. And what you really want to do is your goal should be success, and you should be open enough to maneuver in and out as to where your business takes you, where your clients take you. Because a lot of times people have singular visions or a vision of what they see themselves is or how they see their business.
Right.
But you want to be able to allow yourself the opportunity to be successful with the clients that you attract.
Right.
Right? And so a lot of times this is really helpful for big brands, right? Like your Mishmash, your Walmarts, or your Targets, or whatever, because they are branded in logo, but they'll sell you a variety of things, right?
Right.
Small businesses a lot of times have like an image, a personal image, an idea of what how the owner sees themselves in their business.
Right.
And so a lot of times that's where branding comes in, and people will brand early and then close themselves off to opportunities as opportunities arise, or as you get feedback from your clients. And so I just wanted to touch base on this with our artists, because you get a lot of artists who paint for themselves.
Right.
Right? And so you can paint for yourself, but if you're stuck with all your paintings, then you don't really have a business or a job, right? Or a career, a thing that you're working towards. And so I always encourage people not to get stuck on brand and who you are and what that looks like. Allow yourself the opportunity to grow, allow yourself to be challenged, allow yourself to see the opportunities as they come along, because businesses evolve over time. The needs of your clients will evolve over time.
Right.
So you always have to keep that in mind.
And what you think that works is not what when anyone goes into a new endeavor and you're opening something, you're creating. No, you gotta stay here.
I am here.
When you're creating something new, what happens is that we get this acceleration. We get this enthusiasm that really has a lot of it's unreal. There's the sense of reality goes out the window.
Right.
You know, you're like, oh my God, I'm painting this. This is such a great painting. I'm gonna blow the world. I'm gonna what is it? I'm gonna.
Well, because you're identifying yourself in your product.
Yeah, the world is going to love me because this painting that I do, it's so awesome and blah blah blah. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the world is really going to respond that way. As a matter of fact, here's something even to consider. That doesn't even mean that the world is going to see it. When we say we're going to astonish the world, you know how difficult it is to astonish the world? How many millions of dollars companies need to spend? Hundreds of millions of dollars, actually, just to cause an impact, just to even be heard.
I know, I'm always amazed by the fact that we actually impact the market, that we have an entryway. We were very lucky and fortunate.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's because you constantly bang and bang and bang. But in the beginning,
Right.
when you think about the thousands of paintings that get sold a day on eBay.
Oh, yeah, that's long-term.
We were really
marketing.
lucky to have been attracted clients right away.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And now we know that the marketing is a long haul.
Yeah.
And so I think it's so
Playing
important
the long
to
game with marketing.
Yeah, I think it's so important to think about that sometimes, because sometimes we get so. I know when I had the boutique, I had a very singular view of how, because I saw myself in it.
Right, we all do. Yeah.
And I didn't see who my potential client was.
Right.
I only saw myself, my vision, and what I wanted, and that's not a good business strategy, right? Because you're supposed to be selling to somebody, to lots of somebody else's, and not making it about yourself.
Right.
So whenever we talk to people and they talk about brand and they talk about their brand and how they see it, I often think about that, because I feel like that was a pitfall that you and I constantly encountered. We encountered it multiple times, not just one.
Yeah.
You know?
You identify yourself on the service or product you're selling,
Yeah.
and that's a very difficult thing to get out of, because your identification towards it, to your product or service, has nothing to do with what people are actually willing to pay for your product or service, or do they even want it,
Right.
or do they even consider it, or do they even have they even heard of it? Many times you could have a great product and service. I mean, you could have the world's greatest product and service, but if people don't see it, it doesn't matter. And I'm talking about people. I'm talking about a lot of people. I'm not talking about friends and family.
Right.
People won't even consider it. Actually, most people fail not because they have bad. This I learned from Grant Cardone. Most people fail not because they have a bad product or service. Most people are good people. They put energy and passion into what they do. Most people, 99% of people that fail in their endeavors or their business or whatever, it's because nobody sees it. Not enough people see it.
Not enough eyes.
Not enough eyes. That's the problem. Not enough eyes. And the second reason,
that's why our boutique failed.
Yeah.
Because
not
there was not enough eyes, and I was stuck on concept and brand as opposed to attracting people. Yeah. Right? I had a very singular vision, and I take full responsibility for that.
Well, when I fall short here, it's what I do.
Yeah.
I identify.
How does the painting look? How are my
product.
brush strokes? Am I using the right colors? Am I doing the right thing?
When I do that, I go down. Because it's not about that. It's about getting shit done.
Yes.
It's about finishing cycles. You got to finish them. This was something so painful to understand in years, huh? It was so painful to understand.
Right.
That you have to. You don't go to work to work. You don't go. You don't go like, oh, I'm gonna go market. No, you have to finish a cycle. What's the purpose? What's the reasoning? You're gonna make a painting. Okay. You don't go work on a painting. You go create a painting. You don't go work on anything. You don't work on it. Nobody works on things. The only reason you're working on it is because there's an expectation that it needs to be finished.
Right. Right.
So, was that too off?
No. It's good.
Just tell me. It's okay. Was that too off? I don't know. I feel like I'm on point. What do you guys think? I don't know. Ask Megan. What does Megan think?
I think you're on point.
See? Megan says I'm on point.
She has to side with you.
No, she doesn't. she's got full freedom.
Okay, well, I feel like you have your thing that you're working out. I was just talking about brand.
Huh?
Not to brand too early. Just go for it.
I think it's eye-opening what you say.
Sure.
It's like you gotta keep moving. Like you
Yeah.
always gotta keep moving.
Well, the thing is exactly.
Well,
Thank you, Megan.
I feel like what happens is that people get stuck on brand and what it needs to look like, and I think what you're saying is that And I think you and I are saying actually
We're
something
saying
saying the same thing, in that as you move and as you create opportunity and you begin to sell your work, your brand opens up. Like, it evolves into what it's supposed to be.
If you're worried about brand in the beginning, you are messing up really bad. It's like saying, I want to be known for A, B, and C. No, you want to be known, period.
It's like the artists who don't sell anything till after they die because they painted for themselves their whole lives.
Exactly.
Right?
See, yeah, exactly. Just
Oh, I love that.
What is it?
Outlook Insight. Well, definitely check it out. Outlook Insight started a clothing brand that is meant to inspire. It's clothing and accessories for entrepreneurs, and meant to inspire the entrepreneur and the things that are important to them and motivate them to keep working on it.
Oh,
keep working on the dream.
I gotta check.
We'll definitely check that out. Yeah. But I think you and I, and also humanity, because we need more. I agree. We need more humanity today. We need to be more empathetic people. That's another rant. But yes, we are with you. And also, too, I just feel like, but you and I are talking about the same thing, about the importance of not pigeonholing yourself. And really, you don't know what your brand is when you're just starting. I think the biggest eye-opening thing that I've discovered as working with Jose is that you grow so much when you are working for yourself. It pushes you in ways that you could not even imagine. And your weaknesses could be your strengths. Your strengths could be your weaknesses. However, ego fits into all of it, and you're just constantly pushing your paradigms.
What would you say to someone working to find art style? I've tried so many things. Look, keep trying so many things. You shouldn't be worried about art style right now. And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but if you're working towards creating an art style, you're neglecting work.
Because that goes into the brand again.
It's
what
the
it
same
has
thing.
to look at, like what it has to be. But the more you paint, the more your painting will evolve and you'll start to see your style within all the work.
Art style is a gift that comes from production.
Yes.
Art style is a gift, okay? It's not something... Most people try to go into the arts. I want to get this art style. No, you want to get work done. Mm-hmm. And as you produce, and you produce, and you produce, and you have to produce a lot of work, okay? And I'm not saying a lot of paintings. Maybe you produce a handful of paintings, but you have to produce a lot. Maybe you spend a lot of time in them. I don't know. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's going to come out of the process. And it's something that it's not important, by the way. I know a lot of artists. It's like, again, it's like the brand. It's really not important.
Yeah, because it becomes about you, and again, what you like isn't what maybe 20, 30 people like, right? And so there's a purity, but there's also a naivety in thinking that I'm just going to create for myself and everyone will love it, right? Mm-hmm. It's about really what you're doing when you create something is you want to bring joy to someone else, not to yourself.
Well, especially if you're doing commercial work, and also there is a lot of artists out there perpetuating this
and
this
keep creating.
Like
keep creating.
Chuck Close said, "I only created for me, and then it worked." Mr. Chuck Close, if you're listening to this, I call it bullshit. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
He knew people love to look at themselves, so he made portraits.
No, you don't produce for yourself, and then somehow the gods are going to carry you into the heavens, and you're going to be famous.
He didn't know he wanted to do the loose style. The loose style evolved. Jose has painted hundreds, if not
I hope Chuck Close listens to this.
Thousands of paintings, and it evolved over time. If you look at actually, we just got an email from eBay the other day that was that congratulated us on our 7 years on eBay. And honestly, 7 years ago the artwork looked really different, and then at year 4 it looked different, and now we're into 7 and it's evolved into something else. And I think that people are enjoying it, thankfully.
That's right.
Thank you, Outlook Insight. We look forward to going and looking at your clothing site too. Hi, Martin. Lovely to see you. Yes, I think it's cool too. As you keep painting and you just keep yourself out of the artwork and just create, I think you'll find what it is that you're doing.
Yeah, let your style, your brand come afterwards. Let it come afterwards. Let it come through. It shows up by naturally. It will come up, and people will start recognizing it. But here's something that I learned from a mentor: make sure that you're known for work.
Yeah.
Make sure that people know you for your work, not for your style or anything like that.
It's so funny because I never understood why people would tell me he was so prolific. I was like, prolific? Because I think I had the definition in my mind incorrect, right? And I didn't understand it. And people would meet me and they would be like, I saw your husband on Instagram, or I saw what you guys posted about something. And then they would always say, your husband's prolific. And one day I came home and I was like, honey, what does prolific really mean? Because I think I'm so confused by this. And I swear I'm not dumb, but I wasn't, conceptually I didn't get it. And you were like, oh, they're just saying I paint a lot. And I was like, oh, yes, he does paint a lot every single day for hours and hours and hours. And I think that if you don't commit to just doing it, you don't commit to providing a product and a service to people, then you don't see the payoff.
Yeah. Just commit to the work. Make sure people know you for your work, and everything else will follow you.
Yeah.
You know, your brand, your style, everything else will follow you. Make sure that people say, "Oh, that person works a lot," as opposed to "I like their style." If they like your style, or your logo or your brand, if they recognize that, it's because you're doing a lot.
You know, it's funny because it's funny because I think he does have a larger vision for himself and where he wants to see himself go. But whenever you watch, like, I always tell people, like, movies teach us a lot. The 80s movie montage, it's why I also love Legally Blonde. It's not an 80s movie, but the movie montage is usually, I always tell people, it's telling you that movement and action is what leads to success, right? Somebody's life is low, somebody's like, in the movie, it's always they're not getting the payoff that they want, or they're not getting the thing that they desire. And what do? You get this music montage of them moving and creating action and creating change, right? Yeah. They're changing their behavior. They're changing how they see themselves so that they can get the outcome that they desire. It's like that always, right? Yeah. Or even and so I think that you can have a large vision or a goal of what you want, but you'd be surprised how much of it is accidental. So the movement is purposeful, right? Yeah. And the outcome tends to be a surprise. Like I always tell people, because I meet a lot of marketers and a lot of people that are like, you have to do what you love, right? Yeah. And the thing is that my passion, my love was to be a retailer. I wanted to own a fashion boutique. It's what we did. We did it for 4 years. We were committed, but I had a very too singular of a vision that led us to closing, to not being successful. Because I was too focused on concept and brand and vision. And I think that what ended up happening is if I would have stayed stuck there, if I would have said I only can do what I love, then I couldn't have seen the opportunity for me to be a retailer in our art business.
That's right.
And I would have been like, I don't package paintings. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't do that for you. And and instead, I looked at it as an opportunity to say, I'm going to learn how to package for him. I'm going to be fulfillment, customer service, and I'm going to do the grunt work while we grow this business, because we saw an accidental positive shift in our lives, right? Because what happened is we closed. I know a lot of you guys have heard this, but we closed our shop, and my husband was like, what if I start selling these online? And I said, we have nothing to lose. We were in a moment we were in the movie montage where life feels like it's falling apart and you're at your lowest, right? And what did we do? We created movement, right? And we didn't know, we weren't like, what if we sell purposefully in this direction? It was just, let's create an opportunity to do that. And then you start creating success through that movement, right?
Activity is senior to everything else. Mm-hmm. Activity. Every time you sit there and you're thinking about what I have to do, you're not moving fast enough.
No.
Activity has always gotten me out of holes and has always propelled me to higher grounds.
Absolutely.
Activity. Just raw, stupid activity. Like, Should I do this? Should
And
I do
it's
that?
always,
Start anywhere. It doesn't matter.
oh, thank you so much. I know, we're Team Trujillo. That's what we like to call ourselves. But I always tell people, people always tell you, like, have a business plan, have a vision, have this thing. And, like, honestly, it's that concept that I heard one time, like, if you're driving at night and you have your headlights on, you only see so many feet in front of you, right? And that's life's journey. Like, you can only see so far, but you got to keep going in the direction that you see of what it is that you want. And it's not going to always look the way you think it will. And you have to be open to that, and you have to allow yourself the opportunity to grow.
You've touched on something very, very, very important here that a lot of people do. They want to organize before they do.
Right. But you really don't know what that is. You've never been there.
If you're organizing before you move, you are shooting yourself on the foot.
Yep.
You don't organize. First you shoot, and then you adjust.
Nike says just do it. So I learned this in an art history course a long time ago, but Nike designed their swoosh from this statue that they found it's called the Winged Victory, right? It's in the Louvre. It's in the new Beyonce video. She's dancing in front of the Winged Victory. It's perched perfectly inside the Louvre as you go up the stairs, and I love it. But the Nike was designed after the Nike, right? The god of, what is he? Victory, right? I don't know. Anyway.
The dude with the boots in there.
But think about it. If you just do it, if you just go, you're going to achieve victory, right? That's why the slogan and the sign go together. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. But I think that movement is, what you're saying, is everything. It's got to be movement. And you never know what it's going to look like. You just go.
It's got to be movement that you've never done before, though.
Yes.
It cannot be movement that you're used to, because you will keep getting the same effing results. It's got to be movement that makes you cry a little bit, because it's getting you out of your comfort zone.
Hurts.
It's got to be painful movement. Movement that's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do right now. I'm going to go sit and think about what to do. No, you always done that. Now you have to get up and go do something that you've never done. It's got to be movement that you're not used to. That's the only thing that works.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Preparation holds you back.
Always.
All right. You're done with Cafecito Thursday.
I got to get back to work again.
Okay. I was the one that was ranting and raving.
You sure were. I love that. I love when you're engaged like that. Yeah. What do you guys think? Hey, guys. I
don't say a lot, but when I do, right?
Also, here's the thing. I know I love all the likes and how do you say apoyo in English?
Support.
All the support that you guys give me. But hey, follow my lady. Follow my lady on Instagram. Where are you at on Instagram?
I'm Zeddy Grams.
At Zeddy Grams.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, go follow her on Zeddy Grams, guys. Come on.
It's not like our personal life together, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you're doing great there. I like it.
It's fun.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys. Have a good day. Thank you so much. And keep chugging along.
Bye, Jack. Oh,
are you going to...